It's Firkin Friday. This is, I don't know, what, our 5th or something like that. So essentially what a Firkin is, you've probably heard this before, sorry. It's just this tiny little vessel. It's only 10.8 gallons. And in England, a lot of the beer, when you go to the pubs, get the beer engine beer, it's coming out of a vessel like this. Over there, the beer is about, I don't know, about 7 to 10 days old, and they put it here, so it's still living, it's still growing at the time, so that's when it actually naturally carbonates the beer. So the beer is usually warmer and less carbonated, and that's hopefully the case here. It'll definitely be warmer, you know, but these are always experiments. So what this is it's our stout before we added the coffee to it, because we had the coffee during conditioning. So I took this right out of the fermenter, and I put it in this little vessel, and I hung, you can see this little string up here, and I hung an oak spiral. So it's basically like somebody took a screw and screwed into an oak tree, took it out and dried it, and so it's curly, and then I soaked that in bourbon for about 2 weeks, so it would take on that bourbon flavor. So that's how it's that Bourbon Oak-Aged. And then, so then I hung it in here, and the reason I hung it is, it's just big enough to block this hole. So if it didn't, as we draw it down, it would probably end up doing that. I have to shake the Firkin, and so we try not to have to do that. Also, when I did that, I put a little bit of priming sugar in here because there's still some yeast left, so that would get some carbonation in there. So it's going to be lightly carbonated. Now, when we first started, what we've been seeing is when we do it, initially it's real foamy, and the reason that is it's got to equalize with the outside pressure. So when I spike this, if I don't cap it, we had this happen one time, it shot the ceiling. So this will be pretty dynamic. It can be dramatic. Hopefully it's not super dramatic. But so I have a towel and everything, and I spike it, I cap it, and I try to do everything to keep it from going that way. So, and then I'll end up hammering a faucet in. Now, if you're at a place that has a beer engine, what the beer engine has is it's drawing out of the bottom and pushing CO2 in. So it's a controlled environment. This is going to be pretty much when we hit it open, it's going to flow. We'll see how fast it flows. It usually takes a little while to chill out. So I know everybody's going to want one after I do this, but you have to be a little patient with us. It's going to take a couple minutes to get a couple good pictures out. Now look at the hose and then you guys just... So first off, I'm going to go ahead and take the hard spike and tap through here, and there's a little bit of a soft piece of plastic here that'll puncture the keg, the Firkin, and release the pressure. So, and this is my lovely assistant Tim.
Go Tim.
Courtesy from the okay, so that's the hard spike. All I did is break the seal, but you can hear it's going pretty good. So already, so I want to do this quick.
How about not, Tim?
Okay, you heard that? Okay, so now she breathed off. It didn't come shooting out, which is good.
That's good.
Yeah. Now what this is pretty much like balsa wood, so it's porous. So it'll allow air to get drawn in so that it'll displace as we take out. But if we're pouring a lot of these really fast, we'll have to back this off after she's chilled out. We're not doing it now. Also a good sign is I don't have foam coming out here like crazy. When I have foam coming out, it means it's really good under pressure. So this is the moment you've all been waiting for. So,
hit that
Tim,
bung.
Okay. All right, and away we go. Okay, here we go. Nice.
Hey, perfect.
All right, there you go.